You're watching the Book Reviewer with Cindy Brady, where we make hardcovers soft. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Book Reviewer with your host Cindy, and I have another review to share, you guys. Of course, as you all know, and for some who might be new, I have been reading and reviewing the Chronicles of Narnia series by C.S. Lewis. I now have read all 7 books in order and have done a book review for each, and now I will do a cumulative review for the series. So I love the series as a whole, but there were some stories that I really liked. I like the story found in The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. I'll put a link up in the cards so you can go check that out if you haven't already. But this is a story with Eustace Scrubb. He is a new character at this point in the series, and he becomes a dragon. He is become this very thing that he hates and he is most afraid of. And so he tells of his becoming a boy again, because he wasn't sure how to after he had turned himself into a dragon. And so I liked how that experience transformed Eustace, and it transforms who he becomes. So I like the last book. It's called The Last Battle, and this is at the very beginning. We meet Puzzle. He is a donkey, and Shift, he is a misguided ape, and the struggle between Puzzle and Shift is enormous, because Puzzle doesn't think that he's too bright. Shift talks him into trying on a lion skin to imitate being Aslan, and I'll also put a link up in the cards above, so you can go check that out for the whole story. So those were really great characters, ones that were written really well. The book that will always be my favorite out of the series is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. And it was the first book by him that I had ever read, and I loved it. I loved the character development of all 4 Pevensey children, especially of Edmund and Lucy. Those were the youngest Pevensey children that went into Narnia and became a king and queen, respectively. I think I would have liked to have some sort of... Okay, so those are the things that I liked. The things that I would have liked to see is some sort of epilogue. What happens to the children after these adventures, and after they go on all these amazing adventures with different characters, and kind of how they turn out. I think if these Pevensey children ever have children of their own, maybe they will be able to go into Narnia too and relive some of their parents' adventures and have new adventures, so they can see Aslan and things like that. That might be something that you could kind of fantasize about, or something like that, and imagine what it would be like to be Lucy's children and finding out, whoa, there's this whole other world here that my parent was able to experience, and maybe I'll have that same experience too. So, some fun things to kind of imagine and to kind of create and figure out what that might have felt like, what might be going through those youngsters' minds, if the kids ever have kids of their own. So that's fun. So the author does a great job of weaving the Pevensey children in the other books and bringing in new characters as well. They do a great job of that, and it shows by the detail in these books how that's done. And although there is a lot of detail in these books, it is relevant to the story. And as a writer, I think that more detail is better than little to none when you are writing a story like these. So it's overall a great series. I will definitely have to consider reading and reviewing some of his other works as well. I think some of his other works may be a little on the religious side. Like he has written, I believe it's something on Christianity, or works related to this first one he wrote called The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And I think he has a couple of books about maybe behind the scenes, or what he had meant with the symbolism with the lion and things like that. I would need to find out what those are and read them and review them. So give me a shout out if you have read this series as a whole like I did. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Was there something maybe a little more to be desired? Like I said, I think it would have been nice, just like saying, 12 years later, Lucy has a kid, or Susan has a kid, and she tells them stories about Narnia. Things like that. So, I want to know if you guys like it, if you guys hate it. I will put a link to the playlist of all the Chronicles of Narnia series I have done, so you can check that out if you haven't already. Chances are you have found me, you have seen some of my videos, but not all of them possibly yet. I have, I think, about 45 videos now, or will have videos. But this was an enjoyable series. I am glad that I was able to read and review them, and this channel gave me that opportunity, so thank you. So that's the book review for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Keep reading. Don't stop believing. And we will see you again soon. Bye.